Hi everyone, this is Deb. Welcome to Make a Mess Monday. We're on one of the last Mondays of the month. This month it's the last Monday. I am doing a Make a Mess Monday series, and I've been remiss in doing it, but I wanted to use Stampin' Up! Has regular embossing paste, which is what we're going to use. It's in the annual catalog. It's item 141979. They also have a shimmery white embossing paste, and it's item 145645. It just has a little bit of sparkle to it. We're going to use the regular, and I'm going to use my re-inkers for Magenta Madness, which is retiring at the end of April, Bumblebee, which is retiring at the end of April, and Pale Papaya, which isn't retiring until next year at the end of April. And we have palette knives. We have a set of 3, and I'm going to use all 3 just because I'm going to use a different one for each color. And I have this little Dollar Tree palette thing. Anyway, 142808. Or you could use your silicone mat, but mine I used for glue the last time, so I don't want to use it for this, and I haven't cleaned it yet. And then I'm getting out these decorative masks. These are, what did I just do with them? Here they are. These are also retiring, but there's a new set coming. These are in the current annual catalog on page 128, and I'm using this one that is great for 3x3 cards. I decided I'm just going to use this pattern, and what I did is, so far, this is the Magenta Madness. Now, I would suggest you start with 1 drop of color, mix it in. I have like 3 drops of color here, and it's a little dark. This is the Bumblebee, which kind of looks brown here, and I haven't mixed it in yet. And again, I have like 3 dots of color. I know this looks dirty, but I actually did clean it, the palette, and yes, I mix it in right away. Also, a tip: keep the bag these come in, keep the silver, when you open yours, it has a foam thing up here. It also has this foil. Keep the foil, just cut a little bit of it open, keep it on. It'll help keep your embossing paste fresh, because if you don't do that and you don't use it, and even keep it in the bag, keep as much air out, basically, it will harden over time. I had that happen on a previous one, which I luckily had used most of, but yeah, so you want to, or if you want to take that foil wrapper off, I do suggest putting plastic wrap or a new piece of foil over before you close that lid, and just keep it you know, as fresh as you can, and then it'll last longer for you. And this one is Pale Papaya, which actually looks really brighter. The yellow, the Bumblebee, I think maybe I would have rather used a little bit of Daffodil Delight in there instead, but I didn't have it right out here on my desk like I did the other ink colors, so this is what we're using: Pale Papaya, Magenta Madness, and Bumblebee. I wanted to use some of the retiring colors. Now, that said, I don't know if you can still get those ink refills. We're going to start with the Pale Papaya, actually. It's a pretty color. It's a pale peachy color, right? And I just have a piece of 5 by 3 3/4. I'm going to put this up here. Let me get a piece of washi. And I'm not worried about, I have several papers under here, all of which need to be replaced, so I'm not worried about making a mess on my mat here. I'm more worried about being in frame for you. So March is coming to an end, everyone. I'm so sad about that, but happy in other ways. Anyway, I'm going to put some washi here too, because I don't want, I should have done it with a bigger piece. I don't want to get those patterns on my card, and I'm putting this off to the left a little bit on my card. That's kind of where I think I want it. And I'm going to do the same thing up here at the top, because I only want this pattern I don't want to get those patterns on my card. All right. Hopefully that won't tear the paper. So now we're just gonna spread a little bit of this on, and let's see, where do I want this? Now if you want to use something smaller, you could use toothpicks. I think I want the yellow on these edges, so, and maybe pink in the middle. So let's try and do orange here, the pale papaya. And I think I may need to pause and go get some toothpicks, because this is a very detailed. Yeah, I'm going to put you on pause and go get some toothpicks. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see how this will work. I have never done this before, guys. Well, maybe once, but it's been a long time since I've used embossing paste and with stencils, masks. I probably used it with stencils of 1 or 2 times. I maybe did it before. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I just ran them down the steps. Yes, I should not be out of breath doing that, but yep, I am. Okay, so I'm going to use the palette knife just to put a little more on here, and then I'll move it with a toothpick. Now what you could do is let it dry in between colors. I'm not going to do that because I want to lift this off all at once and see how it goes. Right? Okay. Just trying to make sure I have coverage on all the spaces I want the orange in, the pale papaya. So this is what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it in different colors. I'll show you the yellow. You just need a little bit. I probably have way too much here. And the idea is just, oops, see? Eesh, oh well. Scrape it off. This is a sort of a practice. It's Messy Monday. I'll put a sentiment over that. All right, but before I go on, what I'm going to do is, oops, make another mess. Get a paper towel maybe. I should have blocked this area off too. Let's try and lift it just a little. What not to do? Put something down here first. Okay, guys? Yeah, put something down here first. I do have multiple toothpicks here, so I have one for orange now too, because I used the orange one for my yellow. Oops. Gotta get that away from the orange. Yeah, toothpicks work really good for these detailed designs. Okay, so let's do the top part as well. Put a little color up here. A little more with the toothpick. So this will add color and texture as opposed to just color like you would get with blending brushes or finger daubers. And that's what I'm going for, a little bit of texture. So I'm going to go ahead and do this on the rest of the card. I'm going to make these orange and maybe these orange and then pink on this. And I think that'll look really pretty. So I'll come back when I have it done. All right, I'll see you soon. All right, everyone, this is what I have so far. Plus I have stuff on my fingers because I actually found towards the end it was good to just use my fingers to spread it a little. The one thing I will say is I had some difficulty with the colors mixing, like you can see here, but you know what? It's okay. I got some there too. The pink especially ended up in some of the other colors, and I see though I missed a little bit of pink right here. I'm going to take this off in a moment because I'm afraid the mask will be ruined if I don't. Now I have a lot of paste left, so I think what I'm going to do while this one is drying is I will get another one out. I'll go run this underwater and then I'll get another one out and we'll just do a more generic design, because I have to say this, oops, see, that's tearing, shoot. This design with all the details was a little bit difficult. Let's see how it came out. So, oh, isn't that pretty? I have, you can see I have pink where I don't want to. Let me get a clean toothpick. I really don't want that pink right there, so I'm going to just wipe it off and rub it on my paper towel. And I have a few little globbies here and there that I don't really want. Those other little bits of pink, oh, here it went under the mask. Okay. We don't really want that. And this little messy here and over here, I'll probably put ribbon there to hide it or something. It's all good. It's creative, right? This one bothers me a little bit. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go, oops, nope, I have pink globbies here. Probably that last bit I just did. And there's a little bit of yellow right here. There, I blew it off. I think that's good enough. I'm going to set that aside to dry and go wash my mask, and I'll be right back. All right, everyone, we're going to try and finish up the rest of our paste. And we're going to just do a wide sweeps. This time we will use the palette brushes. I'm going to get rid of the toothpicks here. All right, so let's start with our yellow at the top, and I'm really going to just do wide spreads, and I'm not going to worry about whether the colors get mixed or not. And because it's faster, it'll be easier to clean off the mask. I'll show you the other one at the end. I probably need to go over it again. Yeah. And so we'll have 2 textured card bases, and then we'll come back and eventually and make some cards. Now we'll do the, let's see, I guess we'll do the orange, pale papaya, and again wide sweeps I'm going to use. I want to use this much of this paste up as I can so I don't waste it, and make my own pretty backgrounds, right? Sort of a sunrise colors here. But this is a floral pattern. Now this is out of that same one that's in the annual catalog, Plenty of Patterns, Decorative Masks. Let's get that flower up at the top a little better. And I will definitely have to change my mat this time. I need some down here that it's hard for me to see where the paper ends. There, I think there. Okay. Oop, one more there, a little bit there. Okay. All right. And now for the Magenta Madness. You could use polished pink as well, but I really like I like them both, but this is a more vibrant pink, and I wanted that for this particular use. Plus I wanted to use them while they're still active colors till the end of May. I mean end of April, excuse me, May 2nd they expire. Retire. Expire, retire. I'm going to mix a little bit of that in with the orange. I want a little more pink, and that'll blend it in a little bit in that last row. Alright. I actually might do that in this row too. Just a little touch of pink over here. Because since that's not even, and that'll, maybe I should have put pink in the middle, but that'll be alright. Let me use that wider brush. Alright. that's it for this, and I'm going to lift it up and see what happened. You know what? Hang on. I'm going to actually scrape over here too and wipe it off, because those extras will be blobby underneath. All right. So this wide one, palette knife, is good for that. And then I'm going to wipe it on this paper towel over here. Okay, let's pull this up now and see what we have. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? And I'm going to let these air dry, and then we will make some cards out of them. Isn't that beautiful? And it has texture, just a little bit, not a whole lot. All right, guys, I'm going to clean up this mess, and then I will come back, and hopefully by then these will be dry and we can make 2 cards with these. Okay, see you soon. Okay, everybody, I picked out the Sunny Sentiments stamp set. These are still a little wet, but I thought we could we got a fuzzy on there or something. There we go. They're still a little bit wet, but we can stamp our sentiments and maybe pick out some ribbon for this one. I think these detailed ones are better with just blending brushes, but overall ones, I feel like that turned out really beautifully, and I'm very happy with that one. This one, you really have to futz with it, and it's just difficult. Like, I missed some of these parts in here, but I don't know, we'll figure out something. So I thought maybe we do the thank you one across here, and just a happy hello, or sending you some sunny thoughts on the other one. So let me get these on blocks, and we'll go ahead and stamp. Let's see, thoughts, sending you, yeah. Wait, is that the right one? Thought you could use some sunny thoughts today. Yep, that's what we're going to use for that one. And then the thank you, I need a different block. We'll use, this one's a little too big actually, but my other one, I don't see my other long one. It's in here. It's just buried somewhere. Yeah, it's, oh, here. Well, this will be better. That one's a little too big. Okay. All right. And then we'll figure out some pretty embellishments to put on and things like that. So I think I'm going to use Magenta Madness for this one to go on here. So let me get that, and a piece of white scrap that's big enough, this one, to fit that. Actually, yeah, that's not wide enough. Okay. We'll put it on here, and then we'll figure out how we're going to do that. And we'll need card bases. I might have to get, it's funny, I had the Magenta Madness out and I put it away. Just push straight down. That turned out beautifully. I think my chamois over here is probably, yeah, it's about dry. And I didn't think to wet it, but anyway, all right. And then let's use the Bumblebee for the Sunny Thoughts one. They're both retiring, as I had to get a different scrap, and that one can be a circular shape. All right, I need another piece of white big enough for a circular kind of shape. So this is going to go, I think, across there. Either one would work well. I want Sunny Thoughts to be yellow. What do you think? I think so. Okay. Yep. So that's Bumblebee. This is a really nice stamp set, by the way, and it is retiring as well as of May 2nd, or while supplies last. It's on the last chance list. that I went over last Thursday in my live. All right, so now I have to figure out what we're going to use. First of all, I have to cut a little bit off the edge of this one because this is only 3 3/4 and this I think is 4. Yep. So I'm going to cut about 1/8 of an inch off each side, roughly. It's a little crooked. And then, actually I probably didn't need to do that if I'm going to use a die, but we'll do that just in case I don't use the die. Let me find a die for both of these, and then, well, actually for the sunny one, I think maybe we can use these dies for both of them. These are the Hippo and Friends dies, or Hippo Happiness, Hippo and Friends. You think I'd know after using them. And I think for the sunny one, I want to use this one, these shapes. Oops. And I'm probably going to have to use this one. It's a little bit tight actually, but I don't really want this big of one. I think I'm going to try and use that anyway. And then for the thank you, let's see if one of these will work, like this one. Yeah, for the thank you, I think we'll use that. Then if we want to, we could place this behind it, but I don't think we will. All right, I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to run these through the die machine and find some cardstock, and I'll be back. Okay, everybody, I have sort of played around with things. This one, I'm using a Magenta Madness card base, and this one, what did I do here? Oops. Well, I meant to have a Magenta Madness background with a, but I don't know, I think I kind of like it. I think we'll do the same thing. I ended up cutting pieces instead of a card. So I was going to do a bumblebee card base, but I cut it as a, let me try that. On that one I was going to do a bumblebee card base, 5.5, but I ended up cutting a background instead. And my paper stock in those colors is getting a tad low, but that's okay since they're retiring. Actually, I might even have another pack in back stock. I'm not sure. All right, now let me bring this back in. I might do just, I was intending to do just the opposite with this one as I did with that one. Yes, I think I will do that. And then we'll do this. Now this one is just a little bit damp. And then I also brought out, this is retiring, the bumblebee ribbon. I'm going to put a strip across like this underneath this, and then also put a bow there. And then I brought out these little flower embellishments. Now they loose flower flourishes. They are carrying over, and I have pale papaya, and I was thinking I'd put it right there, but I'm not sure I like that. So then I thought, well, maybe one of these larger, these are crushed curry and they're retiring, the playing with patterns resin dots, but I think they work with the bumblebee. So let's put this one together first. So the first thing we're going to do is glue this down to the bumblebee. So this is 5 by 3 3/4. This is 5 1/4 by 4. You could texture that, and then this is an A2, which is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And we're just going to go like that. You know, my standard way of doing stuff, right? And I'm going to use wet glue just because it's me, and except I got some on my fingers there. So I hope you're having a good last week of March here. Friday is April 1st, and Saturday is going to be hopefully nice weather. I didn't even check. I hope it's going to be nice weather because I am having the opportunity to go to a bead show and with my friend Sue, and also I am going to get to meet a fellow YouTuber I've never met in person before who's driving to my area for this bead show. So I'm excited about that and nervous too. Hello, you know who you are. I won't mention it till after we go, just in case anything happens. Now I'm thinking I might texture this, and then I don't know if I want to bump that up. I might texture it, and then also, like I mentioned, we're going to put this across it. So let me do that. I have to find a embossing folder. I think we'll use the Ornate Floral embossing folder. It's a 3D. I believe this one is retiring, and so is Tasteful Textile, which I don't understand, but oh well. So now we have we have time worn type, but yeah, anyway. I am going to hang on to that because they retired our other one that was just texture. I'm going to put this right up here at the top, and I'm going to run this through the big machine with plate 1 and 4, which is the gray one, and that's it, and I'll be right back. And then actually we're going to do the other one too, but let's do that one in Tasteful Textile, because the other one has a lot more pattern already going on. So this is also 3D, so I'll use the same plates, so I'm going to do them both at the same time. Alright, I'll be right back again. Okay, so now this is the Ornate Flowers one. I am going to get my seal. You don't really need Seal Plus for this. I'm going to put some on the back here on each side and wrap this beautiful bumblebee ribbon around. Actually, there is a difference in that the bottom has a little, well, you could use it at the top. One edge has a little bit more of a, I'll call it a lacy detail to it than the other side. And we'll tie a bow with that in a minute too. And then I'm going to go ahead and, let me think about this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put this down with glue dots and bump that whole thing up. I think that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I'll just use seal since I have it here, because it'll be easier to apply the glue dots on top, I mean the dimensionals, I think, on top the, just trying to get this centered a little bit. Good. There we go. Let's see how we did. Okay, now let me get dimensionals out. And not minis, I would need regular. Where are you, my dimensionals? Come on, you're hiding. Huh. That's interesting. Where'd they go? Well, maybe I need a new pack, because all I see there is minis. Alright. And I bought these in 2021, so I stock up. And I'm actually going to be ordering another pack with my pre-order, hopefully. Anyway, I hope you're having a great end of March here. It is Monday, March, what, 28th, right? I'm going to put 2 more here and here. Okay, now let's put that on our card, and we'll cover up our smudge there, and then we'll put some embellishments on, and then the front will be done, and I'll just put a piece of white cardstock on the inside after. Let me just line this up here, and then yes, I think we'll use these dots. I may have to add a tad bit of glue or scrape this little dot off. Maybe that's what I'll do. Oops. Yeah, you do have to be careful. If you're mailing these, put another piece of card over. I think that'll look nice there. And then we'll put some other ones like here and maybe here. There. There's our first card. And like I said, well, I'll just put a piece of white. I think I have one more piece cut. You could just, in fact, we'll just glue that in. You could stamp something else on the inside if you wanted to, but I'm not going to do that with these. I figure we can just write a sunny sentiment in there of some sort. Of our own. All right. So there's card 1. And then card 2, we might use different embellishments for. I'm not sure yet. Oh, you know what? I wanted to do one more thing with this, and that is I would like a little tiny bow right down here at the bottom, because it's a little bit too much white space there for me. I'm just leaving it on the roll. I really don't have a whole lot of this ribbon left, which is sad. I really love this ribbon. This is one that I hate seeing go away. And the Just Jade gingham is going away too. We do have the black, we'll have the black and white sort of buffalo check one. But gingham is going away with Stampin' Up, which is rather sad. Because I think gingham was popular. That's still a little too long. Or maybe this one too. Okay. And that's going to go right down here with a glue dot. Or two. If you wanted to dry these faster, the embossing paste, you could use your heat gun to do that. Okay. Just trying to, I might put another one over there. Let me get my pick tool. And I'm going to put one right under here just to hold that side down that seems to want to pop up a little bit. Okay. All right. So that is card 1 now, finally. Really pretty, right? Really pretty, I think. I might have got that thank you on crooked. I don't know. My eyes are crooked. Okay. So the second one, we're going to do basically the same kind of thing. We're going to glue this onto this Magenta Madness, just opposite colorway. And I am actually going to get a piece of paper towel to push down on there, because I think it's still just slightly damp. And I also don't want to ruin it. There we go. Okay. I'll have to touch that up maybe with a glue dot later. Okay, let's glue this down. And I'll bring that paper towel back up. I have such stuff under I have my wastebasket under here, a roll of paper towels, a thing that has stamps in that I need to get put away and move somewhere else because I don't need them anymore. They were for a collab last year. And then I think on this one I will actually glue this down and pop this up instead. Hopefully that'll stick, and if not, and this is 3 3/4 by, I'm not sure, it was a scrap, let's see, by about 1 1/2, 3 3/4 by 1, and so the other one was as well. This looks a little wider. This one might have been by 1 3/4. All right, let's get some dimensionals for this. And again, these are the Hippo and Friends dies, which are retiring. Anyway. And then, let's see if I get this straight. I was going to put that ribbon across also. I don't have any Magenta Madness ribbon. Have polished pink, but I do have some Magenta Madness current and also retired dots. So let's see, I have both of these. These are retired already, and these are retiring. Let's use the ones that are current but retiring. And we'll just use them like diamonds. I think I'll put one there, and then let's put a bumblebee one. Maybe put a couple because I can't use them much longer. Diamonds in the rough, and of course we have to have 5, right? So there's those. And I think that's it. And then again, I'll just put a piece of white card on the inside. I'll just put these away, and I'll bring the other card. We could put a bow on this one too. Yeah, why not? A little one. A little bow in Bumblebee. So cute, right? Twist. Okay. It's on the spool, so it's still twisted. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Sending you, thought you could use some sunny thoughts today. I just realized it is the birthday of one of my good YouTube friends, and I didn't get a card. I'm bad about cards, I really am. I make them, I'm really bad about sending them, isn't that? So I'm feeling kind of guilty about that right now. All right, there's card 2. Here's card 1, and I just need to find my bone folder. I didn't get this one pressed down good here. There, so it stays closed better. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed Messy Monday, Make a Mess Monday. I make a mess all the time, so it doesn't have to be just Monday. And I make a mess in many different ways. So we use the let's see what they're called. Plenty of Patterns Decorative Masks, item 155553, that are retiring. As of May 2nd, we use the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder and the Ornate Floral 3D embossing embossing folder, excuse me. We use the Sunny Sentiments Cling stamp set with these beautiful stamps. There is a birthday one, anyway. And we use the Playing with Patterns resin dots that are retiring, and the 2020 to 2022 in color square gems that are retiring, and the gingham ribbon in Bumblebee that is retiring. That's item 153658. The squares are item 155572. And the Playing with Resin Dots are 152467. And I probably will not get to put the links up in the below the video just because it'll take me forever and I need to get this video up. I do have another video that I'll be doing today. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Hugs, love, and peace.